Well, hello everyone. This is the Leech. I'm going to bring you another game today. It's going to be a TVP between the Team Dignitas sponsored Sjow, the Terran, up here in the top right corner. In the bottom left corner, his opponent will be Anarchy. He is a Protoss from the same server as Sjow, 3700 League Masters. So he is definitely a good Protoss. They're going to be playing on Tal'Darim Altar today. Yes, Tal'Darim Altar. Should be a good game. Hopefully a fun game that we can enjoy together, and we're going to have a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying all the games so far that I've posted up. I am still planning to come out with one every day, so sticking to my guns so far with that. I did want to mention that I hope you guys will check out this cool new site out called diedagain.com. Yes, like I died again. It is a new gaming news site out that is pretty awesome. They do a different twist on news than a lot of other sites. It's very informative still, but the writer there is very hilarious. Pendel, very funny guy, puts a good twist on everything. Anyways, I'm going to get into the game here because that's what you guys came to see. We're going to see Sjow putting down his barracks on 12. Very, very normal stuff. He's going to start his gas probably pretty soon. And as we can see, the Protoss has his gateway down and his first gas coming down. And actually, since Sjow is building this barracks so far up here against the ramp, it could be an indication of an early expansion. It is something a lot of Protoss will do, is just start making a wall up here in case it's needed later, so they can safely get this expansion up. And since he isn't going gas, it's probably going to be what he's going to do. Getting his orbital command here, and as you can see, his minerals are starting to bank up a little bit, sitting around 200 on average. Protoss here scouting this probes out here walking around, feeling a little lonely. Had to leave all his buddies at home. You know, they got the easy job, and he's got to travel around. And it looks like we're gonna have a little run-in with a Marine here. He's like, "Gosh, this really sucks. This is pretty ridiculous. I'm supposed to be at home gathering minerals. They're going to send me into the front lines. It's not cool. That's not cool at all." See the expansion come down from Sjow. See a cybernetic score coming up for our good friend Anarchy, the Protoss. And one Zealot on the way. Cybernetic score finishing up now. And Sjow just pumping out some Marines, trying to get rid of this scouting probe here in the base. Do have two gases coming down from Sjow at the same time here, now that expansion's started. A Stalker coming out for Anarchy. And the Marine picking off that probe, he's going to head back to hang out with his buddies. Sjow is known for his late scouts. He just sent an SCV out to go scout, and he was just checking out the north position. It's not actually an SCV, it's a Marine. My bad. They call him the Blind Terran, though. It's actually his nickname because he decided he doesn't need to scout early, and really it puts him at a disadvantage in the long run, because he'll be a little behind on minerals. So he decides just to scout with a Marine, and that way he won't lose out on any minerals. Though he is going to lose his Marine here. But he doesn't lose out on any minerals, and he says that his build won't change whether he's getting rushed or not because it's a strong build. So kind of a cool thing from him. And we do have a bunker coming down here for Sjow. He's easily going to be able to stop this Stalker and Zealot pressure here. Second expansion, or the expansion, is finished here. Morphing into an orbital command now, and the Stalker's starting to poke up, but there's plenty of Marines here, 5 Marines, just to hold off those two guys, and they'll hop in this bunker, and there's not going to be anything that Stalker can do. The expansion is coming down for Anarchy here. 2 factories on the way for Sjow, so we'll see what kind of play he's doing here. He's got a few choices that he can do. Orbital command now. Second orbital command is finished for Sjow. I like the move here by Anarchy, taking the forward Zelnaga tower. He's going to be able to see anything coming out here, and the Stalker is going to move faster than anything, so he doesn't have to worry about being caught up with and all that good jazz. Do you see a robotics bay coming down for the Protoss, and 2 more gateways on the way as well. Chrono boosting out probes still. Terran Sjow is getting siege mode already before he has any tanks, and he does have a tank on the way as well. So very early siege mode coming out of him. Usually players will wait a little bit longer. And also another tech lab coming down here on the second factory, so probably going to see some heavy tank play. Engineering bay come down as well, start getting those upgrades for the infantry. as well as a third gas coming down. Protoss just have one more gateway coming out now. So far, no big action. The Stalker is going to sit here at the Xel'Naga. Like I said, it's faster than everything, so it's easily going to be able to escape if needed. Tanks are starting to come out now, getting a missile turret here in the middle of his base, probably just to stop any observers that are possibly coming in. Kind of a cool move there, kind of a cool move. Some Hellions coming out as well. Well, one Hellion coming out right now. And if he does decide to get the Blue Flame upgrade, he could possibly go for some Blue Flame Hellion drops a little later on and do some very annoying harass with that. Looking at the expansion now here for the Protoss, he's starting to get out a few more gateway units. Getting those sentries out early, those are the key units that you want to get out early so that they'll have enough energy to lay those force fields down later in the game when they really count. More tanks coming out for Sjow, another Hellion coming out as well. Forge is out for the Protoss, he's chrono boosting out his upgrades. Blue Flame is on the way, so maybe we'll see some cool harassment here. Blue Flame drops can be really fun to not only watch but do. I love doing Blue Flame Hellion drops because they have to be the most annoying thing in the world, and I just laugh sadistically as I roast probes, especially when they try to run away and they get up in a straight line. You just roast 20 of them at the same time and you're just kind of like, I don't think he's going to come back from this, but that was a pretty good little harassment. The observer poked in there, got hit by the missile turret once, but didn't even lose all his shield. He was able to back off in time. Both players pretty equal on supply still, 75-71 in favor of Sjow. And if we take a look at our army tab here, oh, a little lag there for a second. Army supply, Sjow is slightly ahead with 32-27. Workers, though, Anarchy is ahead. He has 5 more due to those chrono boosts. Do you see that third command center coming down for Sjow? More siege tanks still on the way. And for the heck of it, let's hear APM. I love these new observer tabs that they added in here. APM is fairly equal for both players. Nothing too crazy going on. Do you see a starport coming down for Sjow and 2 reactors coming down as well? He's putting one down on the barracks, and I'm not sure where that second one is coming down on. Let's look around here. Oh, he threw down another factory and throwing a reactor down on that as well. Do you see a Ghost Academy coming down as well? And a Stargate went down for the Protoss as he's getting a Void Ray out here. Looking at our units, 5 Zealots, 4 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, 5 Hellions, 5 Siege Tanks, and 11 Marines. You can see that Anarchy is keeping an observer outside the main here so he can keep an eye on the army composition and what's moving out. Also had some Blue Flame Hellions move out here. I don't believe they did any major damage. I'm pretty sure they got knocked back pretty quickly by this group of units here. One probe is heading up just to scout these expansions and make sure nothing tricky's going down. Or it could be throwing down a proxy pylon even back here. Still holding control of this front Xel'Naga tower. Xel'Naga tower here. Watching everything that's going on. This Void Ray is going to spot these Hellions hanging out here and probably just start taking them out. One Hellion down. Look on the production tab. We do have the Mobius reactor upgrade coming down for Ghost, so the energy upgrade for them. We can see the Sjow is starting to take down these rocks here so that he can land this third command center. The Nexus, though, already up. Third Nexus already up for Anarchy, and he does have 2 cannons down here blocking everything. We do see extended thermal lance coming out for the Protoss Anarchy. So we could see an interesting Colossi Void Ray push, which those are kind of becoming a little more popular. We are seeing Sjow throw down a planetary fortress here at this third expansion. Makes it a lot safer, and getting some getting a missile turret down just to prevent any crazy pressure here. 2 Void Rays out now for the Protoss. And it looks like Anarchy was not paying attention to his Stalker, and it is going to be killed by Blue Flame Hellions. Though it did almost take a Hellion with him when it was 6-1. That is pretty shameful on the Hellions' part. We do have some Vikings coming out and an Armory coming down for the Protoss. Some Ghosts on the way as well, and a Colossi popping out for the Protoss. Extended Thermal Lance being close to finish. We're seeing 2 Vikings at a time here. So Sjow knows that Colossi are on the way, and he's preparing for them the right way to get some Vikings out. And he's going to need more Vikings than normal to deal with these Void Rays that are being produced. Also see a Twilight Council coming down from the Protoss. Could see High Templar play here, which is very obnoxious, though this is after the Kydarian Amulet was taken out of the game. So High Templars haven't been seen as often, but really they're still a strong unit. You need to get them out a little earlier so they can save up their energy, but still a very solid unit. Armory finishes for Sjow, and a second Colossi on the way for Anarchy here. Sjow is 10 supply ahead on the supply count, but honestly it's not that big of a deal. On the units tab here, once again seeing 4 Void Rays to 5 Vikings, 2 Colossi, 6 Stalkers, and 4 Sentries to 10 Siege Tanks, 11 Marines, and 2 Ghosts, and 16 Hellions. That is a lot of Blue Flame Hellions, and really they're not that bad in a battle. These Voiders are just kind of poking around, checking out all the Xel'Naga towers to make sure that they are going to control the map here. Down here we do have 1 Blue Flame Hellion with 7 hit points left that's just chilling in the bottom corner here, and he might be able to sneak in a little later and do some damage. Hellions come up and are going to apparently try to kill this Stalker, but this Stalker is probably going to get a kill on this Blue Flame Hellion here. Indeed he is. And Void Ray is coming in to help, so the Stalker might actually live. He will live with 2 health. Wow, that's impressive. Impressive move there, Stalker. Impressive move. 5 Void Rays on the move now for Anarchy, and 2 Thors coming out for sure. Awesome play. I love to see this mech play, strong mech play coming out from him. He does only have 11 Marines, and the rest is all mech units, so pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff coming from Sjow. We do see 1 more Thor on the way, and he is getting upgrades for a Terran vehicle, level 1, and a second armory coming down, so probably going to be seeing double upgrades. For the Protoss, he is getting Zealot Blade Speaks, also taking his 3rd expansion here, his 4th base. Still massing up these Void Rays, and still getting Colossi out, as well as getting air weapons upgrades. And both players just kind of sitting back and getting their huge army, which kind of surprises me that Sjow is looking to have a big battle in the middle, because that's looking like it's what it's going to come down to. His 4th base also is down for Sjow. Does have 2 more factories on the way, and these players are so good at keeping their production facilities coming up to make sure that they're always going to be able to keep their minerals down. Sjow is looking a little high right now, but they are both pretty much maxed out, so minerals are going to get a little higher. Blink is coming out for the Protoss, another Forge coming down so you can roll those double upgrades out. Void Ray spotted by the Vikings, trying to do some damage here. And looking at our units tab, there is 7 Void Rays out. These Vikings are taking some down though, and the Vikings are a little faster than the Void Rays. So if the Protoss army doesn't move out, he is gonna just lose all of his Void Rays here. That is painful. Vikings still in pursuit, and Vikings taking down all the Void Rays except for 2. That hurts. The supply is slightly affected for the Protoss, but he's easily going to be able to macro that back up in no time. More upgrades still coming out. Blink almost halfway finished. And these Hellions are cutting back sieges, or tank siege up here, and they're going to get a lot of good hits off on this Protoss army. Colossi are going down very quickly. The Vikings are finishing off the last 2 here. There's still 3 Thors out, and 8 siege tanks in siege mode that just demolished that Protoss army. Sjow did take some heavy losses as well, but he is 25 supply ahead, so he's got to be feeling okay after that match. Looking at the production here, this is where things can kind of change. Once the armies both die down a little bit, both players can kind of decide what route they're going to take next for what army composition they want up. Sjow is sending in his reinforcements down here. Lots of Hellions coming out for Sjow. 6 Hellions coming out. Level 2 ground siege weapons coming out for Sjow as well. Another robotics bay coming down, and 3 gateways for the Protoss. Still pumping out Colossi and still just getting those upgrades for him. Another more bases coming down here for Sjow, and he's actually, wow, throwing down, it looks like, 6 command centers here all at once. And he does have the extra minerals, so I guess why not do it? He is turning in his 4th base here to a planetary fortress as well. Keeping good control over the middle of the map here. Units are a little bit spread out, so even if High Templars do come into play, he's probably going to be feeling okay. Siege tanks are sieged up all over. They're going to start doing damage here to this expansion. The Vikings are going to give them sight, and they're going to be blasting away up there. I'm sorry, it seems like my volume is